It had been a long day for Daniel. A single dad, every trip to the store was a balancing act, stretching every dollar to make sure his little daughter Lily had what she needed, while still keeping the fridge stocked with the basics. He worked 2 jobs, one as a mechanic during the day and another part-time security shift at night. But no matter how tired he was, he always made time for Lily. She was his whole world. That evening, the grocery store was crowded. Daniel pushed the cart with Lily sitting inside, her little legs swinging back and forth as she hummed a tune. He picked up milk, bread, and the cheapest cereal Lily liked. His eyes lingered on the fruit aisle. Lily loved strawberries, but they were too expensive this week. He sighed and kept walking. At the checkout, just ahead of him, stood a woman in her late 30s. She was elegant, dressed in a simple yet expensive-looking coat, her hair tied neatly in a bun. She carried herself with quiet confidence, but at that moment, she seemed nervous. She placed a basket of groceries on the counter, just a few essentials. When the cashier announced the total, she slid her credit card across. A moment later, the cashier frowned. "I'm sorry, ma'am, but it's declined." Her face flushed. She quickly pulled another card, but in her rush to leave home, she realized she had left her wallet with her main cards on her desk. This one, an old card, had expired. "I must have left the wrong wallet," she murmured, embarrassed. It wasn't about not having money. She was, in fact, a millionaire CEO. But at that moment, she looked like anyone else caught in an awkward, vulnerable situation. Daniel noticed. He didn't know her story, but he knew the look. He had worn it himself countless times when money just didn't stretch far enough. Without a second thought, he stepped forward. "Add her groceries to mine," Daniel said gently, sliding a few extra bills across the counter. The woman turned sharply, her eyes widening. "Oh no, you don't have to. It's okay," Daniel interrupted with a soft smile. "I know what it feels like. I've been there. And if I can help, even a little, I will." She stared at him, speechless. His clothes were worn, his hands rough from work, but his eyes held sincerity. He didn't do it for recognition. He didn't expect anything in return. He simply saw someone in need and chose kindness. Lily tugged at his sleeve. "Daddy, can we get strawberries next time?" Daniel bent down and kissed her forehead. "Next time, sweetheart. We'll make it happen." The woman's heart tightened. This man, who clearly didn't have much, gave without hesitation. He didn't know she was a millionaire CEO, owner of one of the city's fastest-growing companies. She had walked into the store in a rush, leaving her main wallet at home, and for the first time in years, she had felt powerless, until his kindness lifted that weight. As Daniel packed his groceries, ready to leave, she finally found her voice. "Thank you, truly. You don't know what this means." He gave her a small nod. "We all need a little help sometimes." Then he picked up Lily, balancing the bag in one arm, and walked out into the cold evening. The woman stood frozen, watching him disappear into the night. She had met countless people in her corporate world, powerful investors, polished executives, people who claimed to care. But none of them had touched her heart the way this mechanic with tired eyes and a bright little girl had in just a few minutes. The next day, Daniel reported to his garage job, greasy overalls and all. Around noon, his boss called him into the office. Nervously, he wiped his hands and went inside, only to find the very same woman from the grocery store waiting there. She smiled warmly. "Mr. Daniel, I believe we met last night." He blinked in surprise. "You?" "Yes," she said, her voice steady but kind. "I owe you more than just gratitude. Your kindness reminded me of what truly matters. I'd like to offer you something, not charity, but an opportunity. My company is expanding, and we need someone with dedication, honesty, and resilience. You've already proven you have that. Will you consider working with us?" Daniel was speechless. He looked at her, then at the floor, then back again. "Why me?" "Because," she replied softly, "the world needs more people like you in it. And because sometimes, kindness deserves to be repaid." For the first time in years, Daniel felt hope rising in his chest. Lily's laughter, her strawberry dreams, their future. It all suddenly felt brighter. And the woman? She left that day knowing she had not only given him an opportunity, but she had found something priceless herself. The reminder that true wealth isn't measured in millions, but in moments of humanity that touch the soul. That night, Daniel brought home a small box of strawberries. When Lily saw them, her eyes lit up. "Daddy, you got them," She cheered. He smiled, his heart full. Yes, sweetheart. And there's going to be a lot more where that came from. Because one simple act of kindness had changed everything.